Could US recognition of a new African country help us finally defeat the Houthis, Iran's last standing proxy? Maybe. And that new African country is offering this as an incentive for the United States to recognize it. If you don't know, Somaliland has operated as a stable autonomous area within what is globally recognized as Somalia since 1991. Somaliland is a great example of peace, prosperity, and stable democracy in Africa. Just last year, they held a presidential election and underwent a peaceful transition of presidential power. And this stands as a bright contrast between the government of Somalia, which is still seen as kind of a failed state and state of chaos today. And it has been ever since Siad Barre, the dictator of Somalia from 1969 to 1991, was overthrown, again in 1991. So after almost 35 years of operating as a stable autonomous entity, Somaliland would like formal recognition as a sovereign state. But the reason they've never been acknowledged as a sovereign state is because the current internationally recognized government of Somalia obviously doesn't want Somaliland to be recognized. And while it's longstanding been the foreign policy of the United States to back democracies, it's also been our policy within Africa that we don't recognize sovereign states before the African Union does. And the African Union does not recognize Somaliland despite their track record of stability and success because they don't want to give other separatist groups the idea that they can start balkanizing and going against the colonial borders of Africa, which it is African Union policy to, recognize colonial borders. But because Somaliland wants recognition so badly, they're offering the United States the opportunity to put a naval base right across from Houthi-occupied Yemen. Ansar Allah, or the Houthis, is an Iran-backed Shia militia which has occupied the western half of Yemen since 2012, 2013. They've completely backed up global shipping in the Red Sea since October 7th. And they do lovely things like fire ballistic missiles at Israel, fire ballistic missiles at American and European ships. And in some cases, they board those ships and hold the crew of those ships hostage for years at a time. And for some reason, the media never reports on it. So if the United States wanted to take that threat more seriously, or our partners did, this base could be very beneficial to us. However, is it beneficial enough to rock the boat with the African Union? I don't know. Comment below, what do you think we should do? Should we recognize Somaliland?